Hi everyone, and welcome to TWF. Hi everyone, and welcome to. Fuck! Do it again. Hi everyone, and welcome to TWF Alone Day Night Raw. I am Gorilla Monsoon, here with Elois and with Corey Graves. And today on Alone Day Night Raw, we're going to see, we're going to see Killian Cross, the former two-time WWE NXT heavyweight winner, take on the Ice Queen. Yep, one of those very few weird toys to come from five and below. And we haven't seen her in some time. Ogrel Monsoon said, well, that is right, Edward Collins says. That's right, Elois said. We haven't seen the Ice Queen in some time. You know, her film came out way back in 2005, YL. And there's Killian Cross and Scarlett Dove. Well, Killian Cross isn't a man. He doesn't care who you are. He doesn't care if you're a man or a woman. He doesn't care if you're any kind of being. He'll beat you up all the same way, Corey Graves says. So in other words, you're saying he's a bully and a creep, Corey Graves says. He's a bully and a creep. And I like bullies. I like creeps. Well, that's sad to hear that, Girl Monsoon says. Sad to hear that you like bullies and you like creeps. So, this is what I get to fight the Ice Queen. A film that Netflix is only the one that has it for rental. You can only borrow it from Netflix. Yeah, you can buy it from Amazon. Tubi has a deal for it. But God, this is what I have to put up with. A 2005 YL shame. Yeah, you know what, Scarlett Dove says. I guess you were supposed to be some follow-ups. But, what's his name? Nel Concelta, whatever his name was. He never ever made a follow-up to his film, did he? But that's alright. Because I know you can't, we all know, Scarlett Dove says, you can't freeze anyone to death. We know that. Well, now we have the Fight Lord in the ring now. And Killian Cross now is seeking to scathe and shame Ice Queen here. Does she even have a name? Gorilla Monsoon says. And if she does have a name, what is it? Well, to be honest with you, Gorilla Monsoon, I don't know if she does have a name or not. It was never said in the film what her name was. And the only time Ice Queen was ever said, well, that was like at the end of the film when she got killed. Elois said. Well, I could tell you one thing, Corey Graves says. Ice Queen supposed to be some kind of Mernagnafall, some kind of in-between of man and woman, some kind of offshoot, the missing link, they like to say, between us and others that were our same kind. But they never really got that far to say what it was, Corey Graves says. But we all do know at the end of the day the fight's going to be on, Corey Graves says. It's going to be one of those fast, smooth wins for Killian Cross. Well, Killian Cross knocks down the Ice Queen and then body slams her. Ice Queen in a hang-up right now. She's getting beat up right now by the former two-time WWE NXT heavyweight fighter, Killian Cross, who went from NXT to Raw and has taken at least some losses, Gorilla Monsoon said, in a close stake by Killian Cross. Well, I tell you, Corey Graves says, I'll tell you right now, Elois said, the men who got wins over Killian Cross would be Jeff Hardy, Keith Lee, and Samoa Joe. And don't forget, in the TWF, don't forget about Ecliptor and Ninjor. And Killian Cross hasn't forgotten about, Elois said, and Killian Cross hasn't forgotten about those losses he did take at the hands of Jeff Hardy and Keith Lee and Samoa Joe. And also in Ecliptor and Ninjor. Oh, he just knocked her right out of the ring. And now the Fight Lord's going to track the 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Uh-oh, she's got him. I think she's going to freeze him to death. That's what I think she's going to do. Scarlett Dove has gotten on the entrance now. Oh, Ice Queen almost went after Scarlett Dove. Oh, and Killian Cross hit her. Now he's got her in the cross check or the cross lock, whatever you want to call it. He beat her. Ding ding ding. Here is your winner, Killian Cross. So Killian Cross now has beat the Ice Queen, or whatever you want to call her. He, she, I don't know. Here today on a Monday Night Raw or a Lone Day Night Raw. And do you really think Killian Cross is that happy about it? No, I'm going to probably say he's not happy about it, Gorilla Monsoon says. Killian Cross is happy. He's a bully. He's a creep. Corey Graves said he beat the Ice Queen, one of Nelson Cancella's films. You know, one of his films that never took off. Corey Graves says, you like to keep bringing that up all the time, Elois said. But yes, Killian Cross did beat Ice Queen here on Monday Night Raw or a Lone Day Night Raw. But I don't really know if that was uncooked, uncut, and unclean, Elois said. Gorilla Monsoon said, I do know one thing. Killian Cross is a effing gifted young man who is a very good fighter and a good wrestler, but his mindset and his mood is something that some folks don't like. And he also is a bully and a creep. Well, he's got something to say. I want Ninjor. I want that blue motherfucker in the ring now. It's bad enough I took a loss to Jeff Hardy and to Keith Lee and to Samoa Joe, but at least I beat Jeff Hardy and I beat Keith Lee. I beat Jeff Hardy and I re-beat Keith Lee. And then I beat Ricochet and I beat John Morrison to make up for that. But hell, I lost to Ecliptor, but I beat Ecliptor to make up for it. So I want that fucker Ninjor, you know, the Dulcia knockoff, to come to the ring now. Well, he's not getting, that's not Ninjor, that's Astronema or Corone, the matchmaker or the rule upholder of the TWF. That some say, well, hate to break it up to you, Killian Cross and Scarlett O'Dove, but you don't have the right to be asking for any kind of match. I can make matches and fights. I have the booking oversight. You don't. So, Killian Cross, you don't like how you lost to Ninjor 2 times? Well, that was your mistake. The first time Ninjor beat you fair. Then you hit Ninjor with his sword, so that got the match thrown out. So at the end of the day, it's your mistake that you lost to Ninjor. Don't guilt it on me. Astronema says. And I'll also tell you right now, Ecliptor says, you like to talk about how you made up for your losses. Oh yeah, you lost to Jeff Hardy, you lost to Keith Lee, you lost to Samoa Joe. You like to talk about how you beat Keith Lee again, how you beat Jeff Hardy again, how you beat Ricochet, and how you beat John Morrison. Does that really make up for how you lost to Samoa Joe? Oh, you beat me, but you keep in mind how you took that loss to me. You lost to Ninja 2 times. So the way I look at it, Killian Cross, you are still under that handicap. You don't have the right. You can't book matches. You can't book fights. Get out of the ring now. I'm telling you right now, Killian Cross says, you are lucky that you are a Hasbro doll. You're lucky that that's hard to get you. Because if it wasn't, I'd break you. Is that right? Well, I do know there's another offshoot of me on Amazon right now, and Target and every other website. Astronema 2, I hope they get sometime next year. And I hope I get Ecliptor 2 next year. But until then, these are the offshoots of us that you have to deal with. I dare you. You know, you think I'm Adam Pearce? You think I'm William Regal? You think I'm Johnny Saint? You think I'm what? Dean Hill, Scott D'Amore, someone that a Brock Lesnar or a Killian Cross can beat the shit out of? I dare you to get in my lair. You ain't gonna do shit. Ah! And you're damn lucky I didn't fire you. Let that be a warning to you, young Killian Cross. Ecliptor says. Well, it looks like that Killian Cross didn't get what he wanted, Gorilla Monsoon said. He got beat up by Astronema and scathed by Ecliptor, and that might not be what he wants, though. But understand, before we go, Michael Cole is going to be talking with Ninjor. Ladies and lords, my guest at this time is the keeper of the great might. From Mighty Shifting, Might Keepers, the third following. He took the stead of Dulcia, which did the same thing in the film, helping and welcoming Ninjor. Alright, Ninjor, you just seen Killian Cross saying he wants another fight with you, Michael Cole says. What do you say? Well, it's like this, Michael Cole. The way I look at it, young Killian Cross might be a good fighter and a good wrestler. I'll give him that. But he's working for the side of evil. And we don't let in. And if you work for God, and if you're on the side of God and Jesus, you know evil can never win. You see, like Dulcia, I was entrusted to keep the great might, the great strength, which some folks were fond, that God would see worthy enough to become the might keepers. And see, Dulcia and Ninjor knew, Dulcia and I knew when God and Jesus entrusted us to keep it strongholded from evildoers that would wish to do wrong with it. Killian Cross does come up as an evildoer. But Killian Cross, if you want to have another match with me or another fight with me, then all you gotta do is pick the time, pick the stead, and, well, you really can't pick the time, and you really can't pick the stead, and you can't pick the oversight. But you want to fight me, you know where to seek me. Alright, that was my talk with Ninjor. Back to you, Gorilla Monsoon. Thank you, Michael Cole, for talking with Ninjor here on Monday Night Raw, or Alone Day Night Raw. It looks like it's all the time we got here for Alone Day Night Raw I am Gorilla Monsoon for Elois and Corey Graves. We hope you like Monday Night Raw or Alone Day Night Raw, and we'll see you tomorrow for NXT 2.0.